in your red. Joy missing, clutching head, joy missing, one gets dead, so there's like no in your eyes, suddenly you start to cry, bleeding out, no one is thinking you, when you're down, you start floating in your ears, it's pretty bringing you out of there. Crowd kill now has no meaning, this whole show was all misleading, hardcore scene, they want you dead, their clothes now drenched in your red blood, it's going everywhere, your lungs begin to gasp where it's closing in, you see your death, you scream and take your final breath.
Well, welcome to Live at Woodwork Audio with Dead Allies. Today, I did it for once.
Wow. I'm
I
blown
usually
away.
don't do it. I make him do it.
You just did it out of nowhere. That's awesome.
Today we are joined with Crux, was it?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. No, it's top behavior.
Ouch.
They're telling me.
Happens too often.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. Talking to the mic.
Talking to the mic.
Girl band.
Girl band.
Band girl.
Band girl.
Band girl.
Band girl. Girl with guitar.
That's
Must be the only band with girl with guitar.
Yeah.
exactly.
I can think
of
of.
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do we want to introduce everybody, starting from the first end, and what you do?
You can put the mic up to your mouth.
There it is.
She's our
That is the
burper.
name.
Yeah. I'm Kailee. I do the burps
Nice.
and the guitar and the vocals.
I'm Brooke. I do drums.
I'm Gigi, and I do bass.
I'm Sam and I play guitar. Dead Allies.
I'm James, and I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
And this is
Happy to be
Bistro.
involved.
And that's Bistro.
That is Bistro.
Golly.
So how long have y'all been a band? How long?
A little over a
Because-
year.
Since August of last year.
Yes.
Word.
Yeah.
What?
What? Do you have any music out yet?
No.
No.
Nice. Okay.
This will be
okay.
Yeah, this will be
the first any kind of. Well, we have a cover out.
Yeah, we have Rebel
But
Girl.
yeah, just like on Instagram, like a video. Because I had to do it for a school project.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, glad to help y'all get something out.
We
what-
appreciate it.
Tell us about the first song you played.
It's called Crowd Kill. It's the first song we ever wrote, and mostly I wrote it. But
Yeah.
I was in calculus, since bored.
Great time to write songs.
Yeah, but it's called Crowd Kill, and it's about a pit turning against you, and it's like they like start beating you up on purpose, like trying to kill you. Crowd kill you. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
I remember writing that one. Like, I remember the last thing that we wrote was the bass part for the chorus, which is probably one of the most iconic parts of the song.
Yeah. Because it
Which-
slows down.
Mhm. And we spent so long trying to figure out how to write that, and we literally like set aside a practice where just me and Kailee were sitting down to write it, and it was like an hour and a half of just messing around and
Yeah.
not actually doing
We
anything.
didn't do it.
No. But then
As most jam sessions.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I just came in. My part was already written for me. So I just.
Oh no, actually, your dad
Yeah, Gigi's
Yeah.
dad
told you what to do.
did a lot.
What?
Yeah, he was there
Yeah.
because he came to his first couple of our practices, and we were like, we don't know what to do for drums, and he was like, just do a basic normal.
Oh,
beat.
well, see,
'Cause
that's
I-
my dad,
I
and I
had
don't
never
remember
played
that.
drums before. I've never played drums before.
Oh, yeah.
So I just.
Are drums your first instrument, or did you play something else?
I played piano, but like I don't really count that.
It was
'cause
like played piano.
I like played.
Both of those are percussion, so that counts.
Oh, yeah.
So-
yeah.
That counts.
Well, piano is also strings, if you think about it that way.
I mean,
That's true.
piano's a little bit of everything.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Break it down enough.
It's easy enough for drummers to understand, so whatever that means.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but how did you guys get started together?
Like,
Like,
as a group or as a band?
Yeah, as a group.
I've known Gigi.
Yeah.
Me and Gigi have been like best friends since like
Third grade.
since third grade, but we've known each other since like second or kind of first.
Technically, we knew each other since first grade.
Yeah, 'cause-
because I had Kaylee's cousin in my first grade class, and I went up to him one recess, and I was like, hey, can I play with you? And he said, no, sorry, I can't. I'm playing with my cousin. And
It was me.
Wow, that's awesome.
And you were like, can I play with you? And she was like, no, I'm playing with my cousin.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
And then Gigi's mom was my 2nd grade gifted teacher, and then in 3rd grade, she was my teacher, and then 4th grade, she was my teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope. I couldn't imagine my friend's mom being my teacher.
She's cool though. She's
Well, then the first time you saw her drunk was...
so
Miss Rhodes is always drunk.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously, I'm still friends with my teacher because it's my best friend's mom. So my dad invited them over to like his house, because they always have a St. Patrick's Day party.
Dope.
And then, yeah, but so we were at St. Patrick's Day. We were playing Truth or Dare or something.
Yeah.
But it was more like just like Dare or Dare. We just wanted to do stupid shit.
Nobody picks truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do, then you're lame.
Yeah, you're not playing it right.
But we were running around doing stuff, and it made Gigi wear a diaper on their head and start crying like a baby in front of all the people. But
Yeah.
then we are in like my room.
We were in like 5th grade too.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, at least you had the diaper while you were
But my
crying.
sister
Yeah,
was still
yeah.
in Gigi's mom's class, so like she was still like a teacher to us, and so we hear chug coming from like the kitchen, and like my dad could get like a lot of people, and there's this
it was packed, filled with people.
yeah, and so we walk out, and then someone's holding it up for her, and she's just chugging this something. I don't know
Yeah.
what it was. I couldn't identify it, but it was alcohol.
Water.
It was, probably beer.
Brown water.
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my little cousin was like, "What is she? Is she drinking milk?" And we're like, "Yes, sweetie."
No, because we ran out and we started chanting Chug.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So like her former student, her daughter, and her current student ran out. We're like, "Chug, chug, chug!" And they're like, "No, go away."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone starts telling the baby to chug the milk. So when did you become a band throughout all this?
Oh.
About a
Yeah.
year ago, they said that.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of happened.
Yeah. Well, me and Brooke went to our first show in the Pensacola scene in April, and it was to an easygoing show.
Lot G. When they
With,
still were a
Lot
thing.
G and Accident Prone. I don't know if you. Lot G isn't a band anymore, but Accident Prone. You know Thomas and Hudson Averill?
I don't.
No, they're cool. They have a band. It's a hardcore band, but it was our first show, and then because we didn't know about the scene until then, obviously, because we heard someone talk about it at school. We were like, So we went, and that was cool. And then we took Gigi to their first show a little
Which
bit
was
later.
a taint show.
It was
so-
the Taints.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was Zach Stebb's birthday show, so there was a lot going on. I had an asthma attack. Brooke had a heart episode, and something happened. to
Yeah,
Gigi.
something happened with me. I don't really remember.
I don't know. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. We all almost died.
Their heart was freaking out. It was great.
Yeah, it was a great introduction.
You said panic attack, and I thought you were going to say, and she had a heart attack. And I was like,
Pretty
what?
much.
Yeah,
Much.
pretty much. But,
Sheesh.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was
That
cool.
Still one of the most intense pits I think I've
But,
ever seen.
Yeah,
Then,
but,
like,
but then we
Can
saw.
you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it was the first show.
because I
ever
got
went to.
I got knocked down, and someone saw it and picked me up, and then I got knocked, and no one saw, and then I had combat boots on me. It's
Oh, no.
kind of it was.
Yeah.
That's
It's
kinda
kind of like
inspired
crowd kill,
crowd kill, yeah.
kind of.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
I was just about to say, did that inspire
Yeah.
that?
Trauma inspires art usually.
Absolutely.
It was
And combat boots, great shoes to wear in a pit.
Yes.
I went to a show. I don't know if y'all know the band Under Oath. I went to their farewell, one of their farewell shows back in the day. They're back together now, so. But they did a farewell tour, and I went to it with a couple of friends at the time, and one of my friends wore some Toms. They're like slip-on shoes.
They're like wearing socks, too.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a terrible idea. But anyways, we finished. We met outside when I lived in Houston, and we met at the bus stop to like leave. And she comes like walking out barefoot, and we're like, what happened? She was like, I don't know. I had them on. Pit happened, and they were gone.
Yeah.
And there's so many people there. So she's like, they're just gone. So we
Yeah.
ended up carrying her
Yeah,
home.
that
You're not a Florida man until you show up to the pit in flip flops.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to a bug house, and Emma was wearing sandals, like
Oh.
open-toed sandals. I'm like,
Even
You're-
not on a
yeah.
crazy show. That's a terrible idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's
Really
like
some toes.
you're going to lose your toes.
And it rained that day, so it was muddy.
It was muddy.
Slippery.
I'm
Bloody
here for the
toes.
action. Though,
Yeah.
you know? It just
Right.
adds to the
It makes
atmosphere.
the best pits.
Yeah, and then there was an Ego Death show where that was like the whole thing was that people kept losing their slip-on Vans in the pit because Keon did, I think Shelby did, and I think Bridget did.
Yeah.
They all like were like
Yeah, I know all those people.
yeah.
We've met
They
them.
all lost their shoes in that pit.
Dope.
I think
Yeah.
Golly.
at least some of them. I know Keon did.
Yeah, there was that one show. I think it was the same show, but there was a pit and someone had fallen, and then I got pushed and I fell on top of them.
Oh, it was Bridget.
Yeah, and it was Bridget. And I like went up to them after the show. I was like, guys, I fell on someone in the pit, but I couldn't get anyone else to like pick them up. And Bridget was like, I got fallen on.
At like I don't know, one of the earlier shows we went to, I was like, I put my finger in someone's mouth, and then Bridget was like, someone put their finger in my mouth.
Wow.
So I'm
Yeah.
sensing a lot of things just happened to Bridget.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bless your
Yeah.
heart. We'll be praying for Bridget.
Well, you get a lot of crazy stories of going to shows. Have y'all had any crazy stage experiences yet?
There was at the Blake Doyle show. So there was, we were performing at a skate park and there were beach balls.
Oh yeah.
And-
So they decided that it'd be a fun idea to have beach balls and inflatable palm trees thrown around in the pit, and
Alright.
it was funny.
Yeah.
But someone, I guess, just kept like beaming them at like us, and then Gigi like turned their base and just like
like
straight off.
they were coming up and then I saw one come at me and I like hit it like a baseball bat.
Yeah, there was a lot of beach balls, and then we thought the beach balls were fun. So at our next show, we brought it was actually the first time we played Ozone live. So it was the first time we were doing the Wall of Death. So we brought a bunch of pool floaties, and then there was a Wall of Death. But it was more like jousting. They had like the pool noodles and like and they just
Yeah.
That's
It was
actually dope.
yeah.
The only thing, we don't really have things happen on stage. Your mic got tackled one time.
Yeah,
but
I
that
might
was-
got slide tackled at one of our last Bughouse shows. It was-
We do have like crazy pits sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like
that one at the Bughouse,
Yeah.
Grover said was one of the biggest ones he'd seen at Bughouse.
it
'Cause-
was really insane.
Yeah, was it at Ladyfest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was like also really really hot. Like
Oh yeah.
It was it was hot,
Yeah.
and people
It was
kept spilling their beer on the
Raining.
Yeah.
It was
And then-
raining.
oh
Yeah,
and it was raining.
It was raining. Yeah, the second we took our stuff out to like walk out ceremony, like
And it was
sucks.
like
That is the worst.
so like we couldn't hold our picks. You couldn't hold your sticks. It was like we literally were like
Hey, that's like a good name
Yeah.
of an album or something.
picks and
oh
More picks and sticks?
Yeah.
sticks.
yeah, it was because you never know how the crowd's gonna be at any show. But
Oh,
the
yeah.
second we started, because we opened with a not as fast song, but the second we started playing "Nervous Breakdown" by Black Flag, like a pit broke out, and I saw like 5 people just go down, like they just straight up slipped because it was so wet.
yeah.
Like it was like disgusting.
Yeah.
Damn.
I will
That
say
was fun though.
It was funny.
I will say the Pensacola scene does seem to be popping.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
that's like the only place that we've had pits for our music, and
Oh yeah.
we have some like breakdown type areas, but
yeah.
Yeah, we've
like a
never.
lot of the times I'm like, why are y'all moshing to this?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
What's happening?
we started doing slow moshing or like slow mo moshing. Like whenever there's like a intentionally very like slow sad part of a song, we're just like
Yeah, so for
Well, I
the
love
whole
it.
song
Yeah.
was slow motion.
it's fun.
It's great.
Yeah, because it
That's
means
dope.
a lot to bands to have audience interaction.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
It's also the worst when you, I don't know if you've experienced it yet, when you like say a joke to the crowd
Yeah.
and then they just look at you and you're like, all right.
Yeah.
We-
next song.
there was the show with Magnitude. We were gonna play a show with Magnitude, which was really cool because they're like a pretty big hardcore band.
Yeah.
And then the show got tornadoed, so nope, the power went out.
We were the only band that got to play, and
and
the power
it was
went
a
out.
bunch
Yeah.
of
Oh, wow.
like old like
Older
middle-aged hardcore dudes that just weren't feeling it or something. I don't know. Maybe they
Yeah.
were, and they just had like RBF really bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just like we were like, and they're like okay, like
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I mean-
it was annoying too because that was one of the best shows we had played. Like just
Yeah. It was just like I think it was just the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that happens or maybe
always
just the
fun.
vibes were off.
Yeah.
If so, you guys were the only ones that got to play, and then the power went out. I would have been like,
essentially.
"See you later, losers."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably the smart thing to
Yeah.
do. I mean,
It's like
you don't want
bye.
to stay for
Yeah.
the disaster, you know.
yeah. I was also
I feel
sick
that.
too, so that didn't help.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have a song called Breakdown, and it's about, being on the edge of having a breakdown. And I always try to start it. I used to say like, who out there has a 9 to 5 that's like that sucks the soul out of you? And like usually crowds are just like yes, and I'm like this song's for you, and then we play it, and we played it at the Handlebar once, and I was like, who out there has a 9 to 5 that sucks the soul out of you? Oh. Okay, this song's called Breakdown. I'm glad you like your jobs.
No, that's happened whenever we would play Nervous Breakdown. I would be like, any Black Flag fans out there? And then usually they'd be like, yeah, it'd be like a bunch of like older dudes like, yeah. And then I did it one time, they were like, I was like, okay, me either. And
I hate Black Flag.
What?
Yeah.
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 Okay, my bad.
Or we played like joke songs, and then you just look at the crowd and they're like, oh, oh, the song's over. I
We
guess
played
so.
we played "Come As You Are" by Nirvana once, but like just the beginning up until like I walked up and I was like, "Come," and then we stopped.
You know, there's
And
the
then we were
meme.
just like, "That's all we learned." And then just everyone looked at us, and I was like, "All right, that didn't work."
They looked like they were like, oh no, like they were actually concerned for us.
And then we were like, "No, that was the joke. All right, we're gonna play another one now."
We did that intentionally.
it's so awkward whenever like it flies right over the audience head.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
then you're like, okay, well that was part of the plan was you guys would do something, so I don't really know what to do now.
Yep. What
But-
really sucks, speaking of audience engagement, is thank God I'm a drummer, so I don't really have to deal with it that much.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've seen bands be like, all right, guys, come to the front. Everybody come up to the front of the
Yeah, yeah.
stage. And then they don't. They're like, I said come to the front. And then they just keep
They get
going.
mad about it.
And
That's why
my
I
skin
refuse to
starts
do that.
crawling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
refuse to do that because I'm like, no one's gonna listen to me.
Yeah, when
just
they like
gets so
move in and the
uncomfortable.
crowd's like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've also been in the crowd when a band does that, and I'm like, I don't want to go up there now.
But then sometimes they do it and the whole crowd goes up
Yeah.
there. And I'm
it's
like,
very
it's
It's
that
just
easy?
random.
Yeah,
Like
and it's
It is
weird.
random.
sometimes
hard
it
to
happens
beat
and
crowds.
you're like, oh my god, okay, we're all here now.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's like, guys.
Maybe we just suck.
Nah, I don't know.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, that doesn't sound right.
The weirdest part is because during Ozone we have that breakdown part,
Yeah.
and it's it's meant for a wall of death.
Yeah.
So Kaylee,
Yeah, we
talks
played
to the
that
audience.
at the tornado.
yeah,
show.
We played
and we were saying like, oh, do you want to do like a wall of death, and no one responded.
No, this
There was
grown
two
ass
guys.
man. Yeah.
Two guys ran at each other, and then no one did anything. They were like,
They just ran
Yeah.
at each other and hugged.
yeah,
pretty
it was-
much.
It was
Bless
so awkward.
There were
and
lots of
I
giggles
was
at that
just,
show
like,
for sure.
Yeah, at that point, I was just like trying to get off the stage. It was just
Yeah.
like, okay, you guys suck.
You just gotta embrace the awkward. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah. It's become like our thing now to also be awkward on stage.
Yeah, it was our first time experiencing it, like from like
Yeah.
a whole audience. We were just like,
That's fair.
like,
Yeah.
It sucks when it happens like your first few times, but then you're just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
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 I feel like when you get to that point of acceptance on it, you're good.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think also we have a lot of friends in the
Yeah.
scene, so
What's
it's
that like?
Yeah, what is that?
so
It's
then we have
friends.
like a lot of people actually dancing to our music
Yeah.
and paying attention and caring because they're like,
Absolutely.
Yeah, Lady Fest, we had some like people that were like singing along to our songs. We don't have music out, so it was cool. So it was like,
Yeah.
that's cool.
That is cool. We haven't
always-
experienced that. Well, yeah, except for there's one song.
Well, it's hard for us to experience it because we use in-ears, and like
Yeah.
I don't sometimes don't even know when people are reacting. Like
Yeah.
I'll make a joke and I'm like, oh, that fell flat, and then everyone's just like, that was fucking hilarious. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
I
Yeah,
didn't hear you laugh.
yeah, because like whenever people were singing along to it, they were trying.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
they got most of it, but then they started messing it up really
Oh,
bad, and they
yeah.
kept coming in at the wrong time. And it
Oh,
was
yeah.
messing Gigi up.
yeah. So we like ended up doing a verse like 4 times more than we were supposed to.
Yeah.
Just because we were getting thrown off by
yeah.
them.
Yeah, because it's a song that we didn't play, which I like that song, but they don't like that song as much. So
Yeah, it's.
It's Moxie Girl.
Yeah, it's Moxie Girl.
it's cool. I
I
like.
like the
It is
lyrics
cool.
for that song.
yeah.
It's fun. It's
Is that
like-
all you like of it?
Yeah.
Oh, it got real.
I like the bass part
Yeah.
a little bit.
There's like a.
A little bit.
No, I think it's like sounds good. Musically.
Yeah,
I like that
yeah.
there's a bass guitar in the song.
Yeah.
we do that with a lot of songs. Like we try to highlight bass more than be like.
Because Gigi's mad skilled. They downplay it. Gigi has incredible bass skills.
Ew.
Yeah, you just be writing stuff.
I do be writing stuff. It's crazy. I think it's just a bassist thing though.
You just like.
Yeah, I'm just
A
like.
lot of times
"Woo."
we accidentally find out, like we accidentally write other band songs. We're like, wait, this sounds cool. Wait,
Oh, that's
like
the
the
worst.
wait, this
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we've written on or written, but like we've like been trying to write and be like, oh wait, this is a pseudonym song. Oh wait,
Yeah.
this is a pseudonym song.
Like-
oh wait, this is another
Yeah.
pseudonym song.
song, yeah.
accidentally written so many pseudonym songs, which they're not a band anymore. But
Unfortunately, I love them.
unfortunately, yeah. But
One of
I've
our
been so
songs
many.
on the I don't really play guitar like that, but I know just like a few chords. And 2 a.m. is one of our songs, and it to me sounds exactly like Everlong.
Similar. It's a
Just on the
similar chord.
acoustic guitar by itself, and then every time I try to play it, I go right into the chorus of our song, and I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah.
Did we steal that song? I don't know.
It's not that similar.
It's just
Moxie
me.
Girl has the same chord progression as like a Green Day song.
That's
It's the Long
not
Shot
hard.
song, which is a Green Day like side project.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played it like for Bridget. Like it was like the first time we were like, look at our new song that we just wrote. It's the first song we wrote, and she's like, kind of sounds like Devil's Kind by the Long Shot. I was like, no.
Yeah. But to be fair, the rest of the song sounds so different. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's just like that one part, and you're like, wait, it's
Yeah.
Well, going off of that, there was one time when I was in school for music production, and at the school there was a studio upstairs, and like there was a live room downstairs. And at the time, there was a band recording in the live room downstairs, and I was working with some hip hop artists in the studio upstairs. So I could just hear them through the wall a little bit, and like I thought they were just in there recording covers because like every song they played, I was like, oh, that's this song. Oh, that's this song. Oh, that's this song. Like, cool. Like, they would just have bands come in sometimes and just record just so we could get the experience of recording. So I was just like, okay, cool. It's just a cover band, whatever. And then I was talking to them afterwards, and they're like, yeah, we've written like 40 or 50 songs. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, and y'all recording covers today? They're like, no, those are all ours. And I was like,
You've
you
written
sure
them
about
with,
that?
Yeah.
written them with help
You
from
sure about
other
that?
bands.
Are you sure about that? And like, we got some of the recordings. I'm listening to it. I'm like, this is that song,
Yeah.
just different words. Like the
Yeah.
melody and everything was still the same. I'm like, that's not writing a song.
Yeah.
At least you're not one of those bands. I've seen one live where they write every song to the same tempo or in the same key.
Oh.
Just like, oh no, what are you guys doing?
This song sounds exactly like the last.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some bands
There's-
like that, and I'm like, wait, didn't you guys just? Oh, they're playing it again.
Then their
Yeah.
sets feel an hour and a
I'm
half
sorry,
long.
did you say any
Yes.
reggae band ever? Sorry, just a little shade.
Also,
being
any
thrown.
like death metal band, they're
Yeah.
all just
I could see
Anyone
that.
you've seen live anyway.
yeah.
yeah,
Same thing over and
that,
over. Yeah.
that drum, yeah.
Yeah.
Come back in an hour and you'll hear the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, it's good, but it's like the same
Hot
thing.
take.
Hot take. Oof. Oof.
Top behaviors out
Right in
here
my
starting
head.
fights.
We're not naming any names.
Yeah.
Do you know who you are?
I actually don't know the name,
Oh,
so.
There are
snap.
actual fights. All right.
Oh,
Damn.
I love everyone in this.
there are
no,
not
I'm,
actual
I'm
fights.
kidding. I love everyone. I
Just
mean,
happy to be here.
Yeah.
Just happy.
I think one of the craziest like stage presence bands we've seen was this band Keep Flying
Oh,
that we played a show
that
with.
shit
You
was
know
crazy.
them?
I don't.
Oh my god.
It's like a 6 or 7 piece band, and
Wow.
they had like a brass section too.
Dope.
It was like crazy. Like I didn't know what to expect. I'd never seen them, and then like they first started, so much crazy shit like started. Like first of all, they had the like wireless everything, so they could run around as
Yeah.
much as they wanted. They were at the handlebar, so the stage isn't that big, but
No.
there was like
Right.
6 or 7 people up there, 7, yeah,
impressive.
and so. Like this first note starts and it's just going crazy and they're running around. 2 members start pulling streamers out of their mouth, and then we're like, "What the fuck?" I look back up, I look back over, and the other one's shoving the streamers back in their mouth, and they're running around and jumping and spinning, and it was like the entire show was like that. But it was
Yeah.
like the music was so good. It was good.
Yeah.
But it was like, what the
they-
fuck is happening?
And we also played that show, and they are the kindest
Yeah.
humans.
Dope.
yeah,
like,
it's one of
ever.
those people you're like, if I didn't know you, I'd probably be scared of you. But like you're like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
kindest human.
Their
Yeah.
drummer for fun was like, "Can I tune your snare?" And I was like, "What kind of question is that?" "Yeah, you can tune my snare."
I don't want
And
to.
then he let me use his perfectly tuned snare, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was so nice. He was so nice.
Yeah, and I
They
kept
were
talking to
also
the
nice.
frontman the whole time, and he was so funny and
Yeah.
nice. And,
They were all cool.
yeah.
Where all have you guys played?
Bughouse, Handlebar.
Bughouse, Handlebar, Easygoing, which is Subculture now.
Blake Doyle
Yeah.
that one time.
Blake Doyle that one time. And our first show ever was a house show that we put on with the Pseudonyms and a band that played one show ever. That show.
Wasted Away.
Wasted Away.
Yeah.
Which
Nice.
was Naomi, actually. That
Naomi.
was her
Naomi
first.
was a
that was our
guitarist in
band.
that band, yeah.
They just
Oh,
played
yeah.
one show though.
Yeah.
They,
Dope.
they were good, but
Yeah, they were all really
their
good.
drummer just didn't like playing live, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he liked being a part of a band.
He didn't
the
like,
drummer
he didn't
was
like,
really, really
he
good.
liked
Yeah.
jamming and playing, but he
Yeah.
didn't like doing it live.
Oh,
Not for
yeah.
everyone. So.
Interesting.
That's a thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you never know until it starts happening. And
Yeah,
you're like,
exactly.
oh crap, I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
What-
was It was cool though, because it was all put on by us, and it was a Halloween show last year. Yeah, because
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so like a month or 2 months after y'all started.
we played 2 songs. We played 2 covers.
We played Sky Doesn't Know, which I love that song. I wish we could play that more again.
It was fun. We weren't that great, but it was like just fun.
I mean,
Because our stage was made up of 3 easy ups.
It was also
Like-
raining.
Like we just had a easy
No,
up. A
we
tent.
thought it was gonna rain, but it didn't.
Yeah, because it was like gonna rain, but it wasn't, and so we had an easy up, like regular in the middle, like you know what I'm talking about when I say
Yeah,
easy
the
up,
little
yeah.
tents.
And then we had one on the side angled down, and another one on the side angled down, so we were like shielded.
Yeah, nice.
It was fun.
Yeah, dude.
I played tarp stages. No
Yeah.
shame.
Yeah.
No
No, it was
shame.
fun. I loved it.
Yeah.
I've played shoved in the corner of a bar, like in front of the doorway, like
For
people
sure.
coming in were like walking between us.
Yeah.
I was like, why did y'all hire a band?
People are like pushing his amp out of the way to get through.
Excuse
Oh
me.
yeah, no, like legit. There's a microwave behind the drummer.
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, no, like people were like walking in, like opening the door and being like, "What the hell?" And I'd just be like, "Hey, how's it going? Come on in." I was in a cover band, but it was still just like, why here?
Yeah.
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 Do you guys have any interest in playing in like Fort Walton or any?
I think it'd be cool.
Not
if we
opposed to it.
branched
Yeah.
out.
Actually
yeah.
came up.
Yeah. We mainly get offered shows. We don't really like go out of our
Yeah.
I
way.
get it. That's kind of where we're at. with
That's the
our
goal. Obviously,
situation
is
so
like,
far.
Yeah.
nobody wants
Yeah.
to go and ask for shows.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like really far away.
Yeah, I feel
It's
that.
like, yeah. And we're all pretty busy with school and
Oh.
work.
And
and
We're
it's
on our
just-
senior year, so we're like
yeah.
Nice.
applying to college.
Write 8 essays.
Well, you
For
guys
anyway.
are in so many AP classes.
I'm taking 6 APs this year.
Ah, so you're smart
Nice.
or dumb, depending on how you want to look at it.
I do good
Yeah.
in them. Well, actually, I
Wait.
Textbook smart.
Dumb
Okay,
don't
yeah.
take
Because
it.
now she's busy all the time.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Fair enough.
I'm taking AP Calculus BC, which is like
It's a
Calc
bitch.
1 and 2.
Wait, what is Calculus BC?
Because there's Calculus AB and there's Calculus BC.
Is
AB
that
is
like before Christ and
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. That's what it feels like.
AB is just Calculus 1 all year, and BC is you take Calc 1 and 2
oh,
put together, and it's hell.
I'm in
it's
that
like
class
the first
too, but-
B I'm
Sounds
constantly getting in classes,
awful.
which isn't bad, but it's just kicking my ass.
All I heard you say at the
I
beginning.
hear some of those words.
At the beginning of the sentence, I heard an A, B, C, D, E calculus, and I was
Calculus
like, "What?"
before Christ and calculus after death.
I went to school for music. So.
I think that's going to be my first tattoo. Calculus before Christ. That's perfect. That's awesome.
Did you know calculus wasn't invented when Harvard was around?
Steve Harvard?
Like the school, Harvard, like the law school.
Yes, we know what you're talking about.
I don't know if he knew what I was talking about.
I was just trying to make a Steve Harvey joke, honestly.
But calculus, when Harvard started, calculus hadn't been invented yet.
That's
how
crazy.
old that
I
school
don't think it
is.
should have been invented.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He keeps just adding stuff on. I'm like, that can't be real. Like,
Just a
You
liar.
asked me one question. Why am I 5 pages into this?
yeah,
Yeah.
What's
exactly.
happening?
I
Just
wonder
like
if
lines and lines and lines of just I don't know.
he just walks into class. He's like, I wonder if this is. Let's just
just
throw
writing
something up there and
numbers.
see what happens.
No letters.
Well, you
that's
guys
not bad.
always accuse him of making stuff up.
Oh yeah, I always tell him he's lying. I'm like, you're lying. That's not real. He's like, I could be.
Someone
Like
comes.
honestly, like
I don't know.
Like honestly, if he went in there and just made some shit up, and
We'd all
I would
believe him.
believe
We would
him.
all
I'd be like,
believe him.
okay,
Oh, yeah.
so you,
Someone
If you say
comes
it
up
confidently enough.
with. Oh yeah,
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 and he's
exactly.
confident.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly what I
he's-
was.
he's-
That's
Getting.
the thing. If you're confident with it, people will just be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go be a teacher, and I'm just gonna lie.
I think you can get away with that.
Yeah.
I had a chemistry teacher when I was in high school, and she was doing a problem straight out the book about something, and one of the classmates that sat behind me was just like, "That's wrong," and she's like, "No, it's not," and he's like, "You're doing this equation directly out of the book, and the book is doing it a different way. Like you're getting the wrong answer." And she's like, "No, the book's wrong," and he's like, "No, I don't think so."
Yeah,
I've
but-
actually heard the book is wrong before
Yeah,
in
bro,
school.
We hear that all
Right?
the
Yeah,
time.
the book has been wrong, but
But is it though?
It wasn't in that situation.
It's never
Yeah.
been wrong in calculus.
not in calculus.
well, it's because you don't know if calculus is wrong or right.
True.
Calculus isn't real.
Whenever
It's not real.
whenever you were in my mom's class, she tells me this all the time. You would write, if she was doing a problem wrong, you would write on your, like, a little note. You would write on a little, like, sticky note being like, Miss Rhodes, you're doing it wrong. And then you would go up to her desk and pretend to throw something away and put the note on. And she'd be like, oh.
Yeah, Kaylee's that kid.
Yeah. And
I
you
don't
were
even
in
remember
At least
that.
you were low key. You were
Yeah,
like,
you were
excuse
like-
me.
I would call her out.
Hey, you're
Okay,
wrong.
I did that in 8th grade with my Algebra 1 teacher because she was stupid. Like, she was. Her full...
Oh, I was about to say her full name, but we probably shouldn't do that.
There's 5 names.
There's 5 names.
Wow.
Yeah.
That narrows it down.
That's guilty.
She had
That's
them
a
plastered
three.
across the top of her room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, boom, 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 boom.
She knows who she is.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
she would be like, okay, guys, 6 times 4 is 206. I'm like, no. Like, what are you talking
I
about?
even know that's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she would do it. Like, she would mess up simple math so much and then argue with me and be like, okay, let's write it out. Come
Okay,
on.
but the thing that's crazy is a lot of times, like, a teacher will get a degree for teaching and then they decide, okay, well, I guess I'll be a math teacher. She got a degree for math. So
She's just
she's just stupid.
God, you are so
Is she
mean.
tenured or something?
oh,
Oh.
She can't get fired, and she's just like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
that's not
anymore.
even the worst
No, I
teachers that
think it
needed-
was her first year.
Yeah.
Did you get it? Because... Sorry.
We all go to
Don't say that.
high school.
Don't say
Yeah.
that. Now it's going to narrow it down. Who at what?
No, this
Well,
is
that was middle
We
school.
go... What?
It's okay.
Yeah, the teacher with 5 names.
We'll bleep it out anyways. Just-
Really?
nowadays, I mean, don't put a school name in a
True.
freaking
Fair
podcast.
enough,
true,
all
true.
right.
We go
Golly, dude.
to...
Ah, now I have to go do something.
I know it.
We don't go there.
Yeah.
That was a
don't go to
lie.
school.
Yeah, we don't go to school.
Yeah, we're actually dropouts.
Yeah.
What is school? I've never
We
heard
had
of
one
that.
band come on, and they were talking shit about another band, and he was like, this guy from this band, and he was like, I don't care for calling him out, and I was like, I'm gonna take that out because I'll have them on the podcast.
Yeah.
So, like, I went in and edited it out, took him saying the names out, and I was just like, random person,
yeah.
band name. So like in the podcast, that's what it just says. Like he's just talking and saying something, and he's your random person. Band name.
Jack was
pretty good.
doing that in multimedia. He was editing a video that he did for the Uproar or whatever, and I just kept hearing jump scare beep. But like he kept doing that, and then he stopped. But then my teacher was like, "You have to take the ch at the end out because it was jump scare, bitch."
Oh, yeah.
Like he there was headphones. I don't know why he didn't use them, but he kept like playing that over and over again. I was like,
He
I don't
thought
know.
it was funny, probably.
I don't know where
Yeah.
he got. Like I don't know what they were filming.
My favorite kind of censorship is when you can clearly tell what they were just saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
edit it weird where they like edit like just the middle of the word.
So you hear the first and the end.
So
and it's
you're
like, what could
fuck.
they?
Yeah,
it's like,
That was the whole word.
Yeah.
Or like beep fucker, you know?
Right? They do it wrong.
Yeah. Or unnecessary censorship, I think, is really funny. Or they just
Yeah,
add
oh,
beeps
yeah.
randomly, and it's
yeah.
like, oh.
Shout
my
out
favorite's
Jimmy
when
Kimmel.
someone drops GD and they edit out God. So
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, what was the
I feel
Yeah.
like we picked the wrong one
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm like, either do both or none.
Right?
Yeah.
Gonna do it.
I agree.
One of my favorite editing. Now we're on this topic. One of my favorite edits that I've seen is when they just have the voice, like have the actor come in and voice another word. So like
Yeah.
they're clearly just like,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're
like-
just like, you meanie. And you're like, that's not
yeah,
right.
like on the radio, especially, it's like,
Oh yeah.
everyone's heard the song. Just like,
Yeah.
I like it. There was one song I heard. It was a rap song, so it had a lot of explicits in like the beginning of it, and they were just beeping them all out. I'm like, why even play the song?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Just skip that part or
just
something.
don't play the song because it was
Yeah.
just like the song started. It was just like beep 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 beep. I'm like,
Oh boy, I know what I'm gonna say
just
today.
don't do it.
Is it too early to go into what do we hate? Because
Yeah.
I know what I'm
I
gonna
mean,
say.
we're already there.
What?
I'm gonna jump the
So-
gun.
We always in our podcast we always ask everybody, tell us something that you hate.
Hate.
I know what Kaylee hates.
Can I start it off for you guys?
He's gonna
because
start it off,
This
Okay.
topic just got
Oh,
me
okay.
heated. I'll tell you what I freaking. You know what grinds my gears? When there's a rapper, right, and they're out live performing, but they're rapping over like themselves
Oh,
rapping in
recorded
the
track?
recording.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
mute the recording of you rapping so I can hear you rapping, my guy.
Yeah.
Or, you know, have a hype guy so he can help you with the words.
Because if they get off beat for a second,
Yeah.
you're like, I can.
Uh-huh. Or if you need to like stop and take a breath, I can
Yeah.
understand that. But it sucks
Yeah.
when he's just fix it. Fix it. That's what I hate.
All right.
I don't know what made me think of it. I'm heated.
I don't know. What about y'all? What do y'all hate? It can be something stupid like traffic, or like we've had serious answers and we've had not serious answers.
Kaylee hates when you chew with your mouth open.
I do hate that. I hate that
yeah.
a lot.
And that's my expertise. I chew my mouth open all
Yeah.
the time.
No,
Disgusting.
because
Like-
Kaylee just found out, because we ate lunch right before this, and Kaylee just found out that Brooke only closes their mouth whenever they're around Kaylee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Because they're sitting in the back and they don't normally do that, and I was like, stop.
You know what though?
Like,
That
you
is a
can hear-
true friend right there.
Right.
It's
Because
like
I care.
That's true love.
it's like
to
I
be
can
able-
hear you back there. Like, oh.
Because I
It's
mean,
just
I'm the friend that
nasty.
finds out you don't like something and then I do it.
oh, yeah, me too.
Kaylee will kill you. You'll die.
Oh, yeah.
And my head will explode. It's just like.
I mean,
disgusting.
but I can't do that because that one also bugs the crap out of me.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just like.
If I know, I won't do it.
I had this one coworker. We were on our break at work, and I'm sitting at the table, and then she comes in, sits down, and just starts eating. And I actually like took my phone out and just like filmed it because she was just like just the table, but like, and I sent it to one of my other coworkers because she was just like,
God.
Oh.
and just like heavy breathing the whole time, and I was just like, I'm gonna lose my mind.
What
I'm
hurts
gonna
for
go
me
to
is
jail for assault.
I
Yeah.
know exactly who you're talking about.
It's just
I
like.
was just like, what is happening?
Yeah. The best combination is whenever they chew with their mouth open and they're a mouth breather.
No.
Trigger warning.
Wonder what that sounds like.
Well, what does Brooke hate?
Oh, are we answering for each other?
guess.
Yeah, you better answer
Yeah.
for me.
Seems like what we're doing now.
I don't know what I hate.
Words.
Being late.
Letters.
Oh, I hate being late.
Yeah, like.
I'm the only reason we were on time today.
Oh yeah, we like
Oof.
we were just doing things normally, and Brooke was like, "We have to get there 15 minutes early, and we have to leave at exactly 7:30."
Not when I'm driving.
Yeah,
You hate-
not when you're driving. We left late and we still got here before 9 o'clock. So.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What do you hate, Gigi?
And when did you
I don't
get here,
know.
James?
I don't want to talk about it. I did sleepy math this morning. I was like, I got 30 minutes to get there. I can sleep for an hour. Wait. Hang on.
Yeah.
Gigi
What about you,
hates.
GJ?
Yeah. What
Or,
do
I guess y'all are answering for Gigi.
Yeah, we're answering for each
Uh,
other at this point.
Gigi's not really a hater.
Gigi hates imperfection when they do things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I'm
That's
like,
fair.
we're all perfectionists, but I am the perfectionist of the group, and I just am like, everything has to be exactly perfect. But you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
Wait
how
till
else
you
to
record a
elaborate?
song. It's going to be like nerve wracking.
That was Gigi,
Oh, that's
like,
exactly
that's
what
what's
happened.
Yeah, that was
Well,
just
I mean,
30 minutes
yeah,
ago.
That's
I mean,
why
I
I
meant
needed
more
to
of
go
like-
eat lunch.
like a studio recording.
Yeah, studio
Yeah.
recording. Yeah.
I was.
I also hate it when people are stupid.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh.
like
For
Surprised
AP
you're
class.
tolerating us.
I hate it when people don't have any problem solving skills. It's just like this. Just think about it for a second. Just think about it. Because like I work at Pizza Hut. It's just so infuriating sometimes. I'm like,
Bro.
guys, just think about it for one moment. Just think.
Just take a second.
You work with. I won't say that.
Dumb.
Shout
I
out
will
Pizza
say
Hut.
that.
That was my first
You used to
job.
work there. You
I
can't.
did
talk.
used to work there, but I quit.
Yeah.
I just put
And
in
now
my
you
2
have a
weeks.
fancy job.
Nice. Good
Yeah.
move. Good move.
Yeah, because I got a job offer to work at a photography studio next to my school, so that's cool.
Nice.
This
Yeah.
is a sign. If you work at Pizza Hut, put your 2 weeks in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quit.
Next week.
They don't pay well enough for that.
Pizza Hut goes out of business.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
It's my fault. I'll gladly put the sword in their heart.
To the
on that
6
one.
people that watch this podcast.
Yes,
With Pizza
we
Hut.
got this.
All
we will
of them
ride.
quit Pizza Hut. Even if they
I'll
don't
send
work
it to
there,
all my
quit.
coworkers.
I like
PSA.
that idea. I heard that. Who said that?
Wait, what?
Even if they don't
Oh,
work
even
there,
if you don't work there, just quit.
just have
go
hundreds
into
of
Pizza
people
Hut and
calling.
be like, I'm turning in my 2 weeks. And be like, who the hell are you?
Oh well, just so you know, I don't work here.
Yeah, just so you know.
I just wanted you to know that I quit.
Sir, I
don't
need you to
know who
leave. I
are.
don't work here. You can't tell me what to do.
That's actually what I say. A lot of people ask me to do stuff at work. I'm like, I don't work here.
You're like wearing
I'm on the
uniform.
clock and I'm in my uniform, but I don't work there.
Oh,
Actually.
Yeah.
I used to work in a thrift store, and I had to wear a vest that had the logo of the thrift store on it, and a shirt that had the logo, and people would walk up to me all the time and be like, "Do you work here?" And I was just like,
no, I don't.
I
Actually,
just really like this logo.
Yeah.
But then there was a Staples next door, and it was a red vest, and I went to the Staples next door to grab something, and like in there walking just to where I was going, I had like 4 people stop me and be like, "Hey, where are the printers at?" And I was like, "I don't know, probably the printer aisle." Why are you asking me? They're like, "Oh, you don't work here?" I'm like, "No, what?" Like, why are people assuming I work here but won't assume I work at my job? I'm sorry. This is what I hate. Stupid. I'm going off of that.
Yeah.
I had somebody.
Stupid people are annoying.
I had somebody come up to the register that I was working. Like, I was working a register, ringing people up, taking their money, doing all of these transactions. Dude waited in line behind like 5 people, got up to me, and then looks at my dumb face across this stupid counter and goes, "Do you work here?"
Oh my god.
No, I'm just waiting for somebody.
I was just
No one was
was
doing it, so I just took over.
I was like, they just let anybody do this, man. You want to turn? And he was like, that was a stupid question. I was like,
They let anybody do
I
this.
was like, okay.
When you go to Staples, people ask, you should just start lying. Be like, "Oh, it's actually gum."
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, speaking of pizza places, I worked at Pizza Hut. It was my first job. People would call us in the middle, like in the regular store hours. And I would answer, "Thanks for calling Pizza Hut, blah, 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 blah."
Yeah.
You know, and then they would be like, "Yeah, you guys open?"
no, I'm just here filling time.
Nope. Yep, just wanted to answer, see what's up with you.
Someone called and asked if our food came with rice, and I was like, "Pizza Hut?
What?
It's Pizza Hut."
Have you ever had to, we ran out of cheese once, like just the regular cheese to go on the pizza.
Oof.
Imagine having to still answer the phone and be like,
Yes, it's so
Yeah,
bad.
so we don't have
when you run out of
cheese.
stuff like that, when we run out of dough, like,
yeah.
just like, so actually we only have thin crust. People are so pissed.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
"I don't want."
we could just throw your toppings in a bowl and you could.
Actually, someone asked us to do that one time. They're like, "Can you just put them in a bowl and cook it?" And we're like, "No."
Papa John's does that now.
Yeah,
They
Papa
do.
John's
Yeah.
does it, but people think that every pizza place is the same.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Why don't you have salads?" I'm like, "I don't know. What do you want me to do about it? Go buy it from Publix?"
If Pizza Hut had salad, they would fry it.
Yeah.
Deep fried
yeah.
salad.
Yeah.
We fry these stupid ass brownies instead of baking them.
What?
I didn't know that.
They're
That's
supposed
crazy.
to be donuts, but they're not. They're brownies, and they fry them to make they're disgusting, and they
Oh, wow.
just break.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Weird.
Man, I could reveal some like trade secrets right now about Pizza Hut, but I'm not gonna do it.
Maybe don't, because I had Pizza Hut last night. So.
At Yum Brands,
Ignorance
I'm
is bliss
coming
in
to
some
you.
situations.
Yeah.
I keep.
Like, I don't want to know.
I'm keeping track of all of the specials that go away, so one day I can call and be like, "Can I get the taco pizza? Oh, I don't
Nice.
have the- oh, can I get the edge pizza? Oh, I'm just gonna like
Yeah,
just
yeah,
lay them
yeah.
all out.
We don't have it!
But it's
We
really
haven't
like
had that
so
in 24
annoying
years.
to have to tell a customer. Like, you feel bad. You're like, "Oh, we actually don't have that." And if you keep
Oh, I
doing-
don't feel bad anymore.
It depends if they're nice.
That's
If they're mean, then like
But I mean, if they're nice, they're understandable. They're understanding. You're like, "Sorry, we don't have them." We're like, "Oh, that's fine." But when they're like, "What do you mean you don't have it?" I mean, I don't have it.
where do you want me to get it?
Yeah, they're like, well, can you make it anyway? I'm
Go
like,
check the Pizza Hut down the street. They might have it
Yes,
still.
there's another Pizza Hut on 9 Mile. I mean, I don't work there.
I
There's
mean,
2 of them,
nowhere
so
else.
they don't know.
I just want to go on another little tangent of something else I hate. I used to work in a deli, and we had a big old chalkboard, and it had like the sandwiches up there, and like what it was, like a ham and cheese, and underneath it would say, honey baked ham with cheddar cheese and lettuce and tomato, or whatever was on the sandwich. It was all written on this thing. The amount of people that would come in and be like, "Hey, what comes on this?"
yeah.
And there was one guy, he came in and he was like, "Hey, what comes on this sandwich?" And I like walked to the edge of the counter and I like leaned over and looked at the board and I was like, "It comes with ham, cheese, lettuce, tomato on wheat."
Yeah, people do that at pizza because we have like the specials. They're like, "What comes on the meat liver?" Like, meat, probably.
It's just veggies.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
It's actually all vegan. We make special dough for it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No sauce either.
Very interesting.
Saucy there.
Golly.
Have you ever had anybody order a pizza without cheese? Like,
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
so
yeah.
weird. They do it
it's
all the time.
so wrong.
Yeah,
But,
I'm like,
you know-
I know you're probably lactose intolerant,
Yeah.
but I
Just
like
get
just
over
don't
it.
order pizza.
Pizza's
Don't
not
order
for you.
pizza or get over it.
Yeah.
I used
yeah.
to work at a pizza place and like I had somebody order that and I was like, "I don't what?"
Wait, so I
They're
don't
like-
put the sauce on there?
They're like, "No, put everything on it, just don't put cheese." And I was like, "What?" So it was like a pepperoni. So I like
Yeah.
laid the dough out, put the sauce on, put pepperonis on it, put it in there, pulled it out. I'm like, this looks wrong.
Yeah,
It comes out looking like a volcano.
I know. I was
it
like,
looks
this
like
is so wrong.
because like the sauce gets charred a little and it's like red and black. It looks cool, but it doesn't
I mean,
look
they were happy
appetizing.
with it. I was like,
That's
that's
what
what
they
they
wanted,
but I was
yeah.
just like, this.
But
feels-
why would you want that?
There was this one guy
Blackness
that came in
knowledge.
and he was like,
Get over it.
my kid
yeah.
doesn't like pepperonis, but like he does. He just doesn't know it. So can you hide them under the cheese? Like make it not visible. Yeah. And so we did it. We made it like completely. And he's like, he loved it. I was like, yeah.
That's where the diced pepperoni comes in handy.
Well,
The little Tostinos pepperonis.
Oh.
Yeah.
You sent me this video the other day. It was a little kid. It was a video and it had like a hot dog counter. And it was just a little girl. And it was just like, I want hot dogs. I want hot dogs. And like the dad was like filming her throughout the day. And it was like,
Oh yeah.
asked for hot dogs like 16 times. And then he's like, we'll get them after. We'll get them after. We'll get them after. And then,
They're at a store somewhere and she's like, hot dog, hot dog, hot
yeah,
dog.
just want hot dogs. And
Just
then they go
all
to a
day.
restaurant. The hot dog comes out and she looks at it and she goes, I don't want that.
And she starts like crying. She's like, I don't want it.
And then it like pans over to the dad and he's just like,
Yeah, bless their heart.
I just
What?
I just
Having a
remember
kid.
one time that I was working at Pizza Hut still, and this woman, I feel so bad. She asked for a cheese pizza with no sauce or light sauce. And over the phone, light sauce sounds like white sauce. And I made her pizza 4
What, what?
times with white
Oh,
sauce,
no.
and I felt so fucking bad. And she was like, "This is not what I wanted. I said light sauce," and I was like, "White sauce?" She's like, "No, light sauce." And I finally got it.
And you're like, okay, I'll put light white sauce. Got it.
The worst is whenever you keep messing up one order and it's just coincidental. It's like, oh my god. And it just keeps
my
happening
bad.
and they're sitting up there and they're just so pissed. Or though actually it's worse whenever they're really nice. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, it's okay. Like there was a stupid
stop being nice to me.
Yeah.
stupid DoorDash and something got messed up and we had to remake it so many times and I was putting it in the bag and the lady was up there and she knew how many times we'd been remaking this and I put the cheese stick in the bag and I drop it and it falls and I just look back at her. She's like, I put it in the bag. I looked back at her. She's like, and I just like, it's fine.
That's on DoorDash's tab at that point.
Going on off of like people remaking orders. I work at a senior living home, and I worked in the kitchen there, and they treated it like a restaurant. And somebody came in and ordered breakfast, and they wanted an omelet with a lot of cheese. So the coworker that was working the grill, she made an omelet with a lot of cheese. And it had a lot of cheese. It went out and there was like a lot, like it was like oozing out of cheese.
A stupid amount of cheese.
Yeah, it was a lot of cheese. And then they brought it back, and the resident was just like, they said there was no cheese on this. I'm like, what?
Oh,
what do you
what?
mean?
God.
I'm like, there's cheese coming out of it. They're like, yeah, they want more cheese. So I was like, okay. So then I remade it, and I put a fuck ton of cheese. Like, not even trying to be sarcastic. I was just like, that was a lot of cheese, and you want more? Okay.
Yeah, we've done that. They've been like, it's not enough. Well, now it's too much. Well, now
I put more on it, and they took it out, and I guess the resident looked at the server and was just like, well, clearly whoever made this is mad at me, and like left, and I was like, no, like yes I am, but like that wasn't what I was doing. You wanted a lot of cheese.
I wasn't
I
being
gave
an
you a lot
asshole.
of cheese.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes
it's like the one time I wasn't trying to be an ass.
Yeah.
sometimes I like base how well I follow people's like notes on their tickets based on how they wrote it. Like if it's in all caps, then I do it way too much. Like if it's like well done, period. I'm like okay, and I throw it all the way back in the oven, and it comes out like black. And I'm like
They
well
asked
done.
for it.
But if it's like well done, please, I'm like okay.
I've had somebody put like something on the side with like a million exclamation points.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get to deliver to their house, and I'm like, oh my god, I noticed we didn't put the thing on their side, and they're like, it's cool, I didn't really want it that bad, and I was like,
I think you did.
made it a big deal on the thing, all right.
I like. It's funny because I've never worked somewhere that got tickets like that. I like to put random notes in those sometimes, just like "Have a nice day." Like maybe they maybe they read it and they're like, "Oh, this guy's nice," and then they don't do mean things to me.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Lightning McQueen toys in my car. I don't know. I just think it's funny.
It's just a thing.
There's just a bunch of Lightning McQueens in my car.
How does that relate?
It will.
I'm sure it correlates.
It will. And I went to go get my oil change, and then the guy left the note "Ka-chow" on it.
Nice. He gets it.
Yeah, it was funny. That's how it relates.
Oh,
Gigi.
okay.
Just wait till this.
Sorry.
Let the story happen.
I still don't know how it relates, but okay, cool.
Because he said he
Notes
puts
on the
notes on the
tickets.
tickets.
Oh, right.
That's
And
what
he's
I was talking about.
yeah.
Come on, get it together.
There's one single note in my brain.
Oh, that's one
just-
brain cell.
I'm constantly erasing
And it
and
was
putting something
blank.
else in it. Yeah. Thank you.
I have 3 Lightning McQueens. One has a mohawk and one's really big. And then I have one Sally.
What's
Wait,
the
it's not
sticker?
Sally. It's the yellow
It's
one.
the yellow one from the 3rd movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
What does your sticker on your car say?
Lightning McMommy.
Nice. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
That was a inside joke from whenever you dyed your hair for the first time.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I had
yeah.
red and black hair. And
Oh, I
then,
was gonna
yeah.
say, did you have your hair red or something?
Yeah.
It was black and red. But
Yeah, the joke was for a while was that like the universe picked my colors because I didn't choose my car. And it's red and black, and my school color is red and black. Pizza Hut, red and
Red and
black.
black,
My
yep.
hair was red and black, so it was how it was for a while. And well, I can't really.
Red.
Yeah.
But my favorite color is
If
purple, so.
if you had to be a car, would you be a 2-door or 4-door car?
4-door. I hate 2-door cars.
Wow, so quick
Yeah.
with that answer.
Yeah,
I was not
no, that's
expecting
fair.
That was a weird question.
Wow.
Yeah,
But
my
I-
friend
Well, I
has
mean-
It's a,
Made perfect sense to me.
my friend has a 2-door car, and I just want to strangle them every time.
Because of the car?
Just because of the 2-door. I gotta go move my car.
Like we're
real
like a
quick.
trio, so someone has to sit in the back all the time,
climb.
and you have to climb back there.
Whose car is this?
I
Beans.
thought
Ah,
I thought you just meant like every time you guys talk about Jake, you're like, dude, I want to strangle him. He's got a 2-door car. I
Two-door
hate him.
car.
Might as well.
Well, we know what Gigi hates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-door car.
2-door cars.
me too.
Yeah.
How about you?
Wow.
Do you love them?
Yeah. What's
don't
your
you?
opinion on 2-door cars?
I don't know. I don't really like them. You don't care. 4-door cars are better.
Yeah.
Yeah. There
Wow.
we go.
Yeah.
Correct.
Personally,
answer.
I like the 3-door car. I think.
the 3-door car.
3-door car.
The one
yeah.
where one of the doors doesn't work.
Oh,
But it's
yeah.
always the driver's door that's broken.
That's
so the
just
driver's
Jack's
like,
car.
hey,
No.
That
Actually,
is Jack's
I
car.
had a friend that like he had to climb through his car to get out all the time, and it was just funny.
Yeah. My
imagine
sister's
him
car
picking
was
up
like
somebody
that.
for a date and he walks over, opens the door, like, oh, he's opening the door. It's like, oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
It's always weird to see someone like the driver get out of the passenger seat. Like, who's driving your car? It's like, oh, I had to climb.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm now imagining him opening the door, letting somebody in, and then like crawling over them.
Yeah.
I'm like, milady.
Excuse me.
Oh,
I need that to happen. Film it.
Yeah.
That's
I needed that to happen.
I needed that not to happen.
Sorry.
Well, that's. I feel like that's a good
Yeah.
amount of rambling for a while. Tell us about the last song.
Oh, the last song.
Ozone.
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 That.
Brooke's
well,
here.
I like ozone.
Yeah.
It's about school.
It is about school. Okay. Funny thing about the name is
We had an argument over this.
Oh, we had so
Ooh.
many
there was some
conversations.
beef about this.
Spicy.
Yeah.
This.
Okay, so Ozone, or the way that we started, like we have like work in progress titles, right? And so we
Yeah.
would call it O3 because like original 3. And O3 is ozone.
O2
And-
is
Yeah, O2
Yeah.
is
Nerds.
oxygen.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
AP Environmental Science.
Yeah.
Are they all starting with O? Is that intentional?
No, we're now
well,
on to song
no.
A and song B.
Yeah,
We
now we're on
moved
to
on
song
to
A and
songs.
song
Cool.
B.
Because 04, what is that? Someone
Yeah, I don't
probably
know.
does. I don't know what that is.
But so we did that, and we made a song about school, and how much school sucks. And so then we finished it, and I was like, okay, we should change the song title. And they were like, but what if we don't? And I was like, it has nothing to do with school.
So then we just kind of like stretched it. It was like we say suffocating one part, and you probably shouldn't be inhaling ozone.
Yeah.
No,
So
so
Well, you know what? Sometimes when in situations like that, like I'll pay attention more to what the singer is saying because I'm like, why isn't she? Did she say ozone? Did I miss it? And now I gotta listen
Yeah.
again.
yeah, no.
Understand?
Where's the ozone theme?
We just say
coming from?
we say suffocating, and it's like
That's it.
Don't breathe ozone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. But it's fun.
Panic at the Disco was really good.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh,
I love Panic at the Disco.
Yeah,
Brooke
yeah.
is like the Panic at the Disco.
But
They
like,
were really
what
good
old-
about
what-
weird
what
names, but
old
never-
Panic
Yeah.
at the Disco. Not
Yes.
not
Fear you
Panic
can't
at the
spell out.
Disco.
Panic at the Disco. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, not Brendan Urie.
yeah, basically, yeah.
That's just it's just him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ozone's a fun song. Like,
is.
it's my favorite.
I
of
like it because of
ones.
the crowd. Like,
Oh,
if
yeah.
people like it because then they just beat each other up. But
Yeah.
I will say it is funny when bands work with like just using random names while they're working on stuff. Because I'll have bands like book me to like record them, and like they'll send me demos and stuff, and I'll just get demos with like they don't think about it, they send it, and it's just like butt plug, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
and just like random things like that. I mean, I'll send him like stuff, and it'll have I sent him an email once with a bunch of stuff, and it just said porn. And he just opens them, and I'm like, dude, I could just send you anything. You just open it, download it, not even think about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
It's
it's like
fun.
in the Beatles, yesterday was Paul McCartney just like woke up and he like wrote it being like eggs, and it was just like morning eggs with legs or whatever.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Dang.
and now it's like one of the most famous songs ever.
Yesterday.
Morning eggs with legs.
Yeah, I know it says something about eggs and legs, but
Fair enough.
Yesterlegs.
yesterday.
Ate my eggs.
Oh.
Ooh. I hate eggs. That could have been.
Well, I feel like this is a good time to cut off.
I guess so.
We'll just do a hard cut right here.
So, anyways, where can we find you guys online?
Instagram, we're Top Behavior, TAUGHT.
We technically have a TikTok, but nothing is on
No,
there.
none of us have.
So do we.
Yeah.
I don't have TikTok
Yeah.
anymore.
It's not real.
But we have a show December 13th
Yeah.
with We Are the Asteroids, which is previous members of Butthole Surfers, so that's really cool.
Nice.
We're so
Where at?
excited.
Easygoing, no, Subculture. They changed their
Subculture.
name.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Subculture.
December 13th. Hell yeah.
December
We've
13th.
been calling them easygoing this whole podcast. Oh well.
That's okay.
Subculture.
Culture.
Yeah.
Subculture. Shout out
Thing.
Subculture.
Subculture.
I think they even still have easygoing like associated with like their name right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a transition because they've been easygoing for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that across the street from there is where Ted Bundy got arrested?
I did not.
Oh.
Yep.
I knew he got arrested in Pensacola.
Yeah.
Or not even across the street, like across the road. Like there's the road and then like easygoing's here and like right there. It was just
That's crazy.
Ted Bundy
Yeah.
got arrested right there.
That is crazy. Man.
Yeah.
Well, without further ado,
Ozone.
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 Ted Bundy.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Working my 8 to 3. Clock expired, it's all for free. No rhyme, no reason. Just wait till the summer see. Paper cuts, cut deep. So I sit and simply bleed. I can't take this anymore. Wounds don't heal themselves. They're all the same. I think I'm going insane. Can't escape this cramped desk. Ridiculed when I time to rest. Downtime evaded. Creativity fake grenaded. They claim that they care, but instead they scare. Paper cuts, cut deep. So I sit and simply breathe. I can't take this anymore. Wounds don't heal themselves. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tears are bleeding. Please hear my plea. This censorship Silence is me.